Generation loss. Hey spirits, my name is Cosmic Ghost and welcome to the Afterlife. And yeah, today we're talking about Gen Loss. Gen Loss, aka Generation Loss the Social Experiment, is an interactive comedy horror show created by Ranboo Live and aired in late May of 2023. On YouTube, the episodes have a combined 3 million views, which is no small feat. Oh, first, let's fix this lighting and my outfit. Much better. If you're unaware of what Gen Loss is, let me catch you up. Ranboo Live, aka Ranboo, is a pretty popular Twitch streamer and YouTuber, if he ever posts on YouTube. Ranboo talked to his chat about an idea they had for a horror project. They initially had 2 name ideas for the project, the first being the Lost Field Incident, and the second being Generation Loss. Keep the first one in mind because I'll talk about that one more later. Generation Loss had 3 episodes: The Spirit of the Cabin, The Mastermind of the Warehouse, and Choice. The show is a horror comedy performed mostly live. In each episode, the viewers are able to make choices similarly to a point-and-click adventure game. These choices impact the characters. The main plot of Gen Loss is about our main character, Ranboo, being mind-controlled by a media company called Showfall. This company takes people and turns them into puppets that they can control and use to create entertainment. If you haven't seen the show, now would be the time. It is absolutely incredible, and I don't want to spoil any of the really cool parts. Generation Loss is one of the coolest projects I've ever seen on Twitch. The experience of getting to see this live show unfold before your eyes is amazing. Getting to make decisions and influencing things feels so cool. The sense of community the show creates is also incredible. The week when Gen Loss was airing was one of the only times I actually wanted to open Twitter. Seeing people's theories and headcanons, all the little details people would pick up on, was honestly magical. Everything in Gen Loss is so pretty. Like, look at these lights! I want to eat them. Look at this costume. I want to chomp on it. And look at this set. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. The themes of Gen Loss are something that interests me greatly. Control, agency, and choice are a few of them. This show is very similar to something like The Truman Show. There's even a reference to it when Ranboo gets to the escape door and bows like Truman. Ignorance is bliss, something The Truman Show talks about heavily, and Gen Loss does as well. If Ranboo had just kept ignorant to what was going on, he wouldn't have been so upset. He'd be controlled, but at least he wouldn't have to live with the fact that people died and they stood by and watched it happen. That, of course, wasn't their fault, but you can see why they'd feel as if it was. Especially when, in some cases, they did the killing themselves, like with Charlie in episode 2. I want to bring us back to when I mentioned choice as one of the themes. Choice in Gen Loss is a big deal. I mean, the last episode is literally called The Choice, but does it really matter? I mentioned earlier how it's an interactive show where the audience gets to make decisions, but do those decisions actually matter? The food you choose in the first episode, the people you choose to live, hell, even the huge choice at the end. Would anything change if we chose different ingredients? It came out completely different anyway. Would anything change if we chose different people at the carousel? They all died in the end. The huge decision at the end, if we chose Liv, would anything change? Many people pointed out that the box looked to have a lot of dried blood on it, so what's stopping Showfall from bringing them back and doing it all over again? Hell, maybe the people already in the cast have experienced the same thing, and they were just brought right back to join the cast. Showfall are really great at torturing people. The way they strip people of choice and take them and make them puppets just for entertainment, the way they give a false sense of agency to people, and the way they give people their memories back at the perfect times just to screw with them. In the end, Ranboo was never going to escape. They planned everything that would happen, and in a way, they planned him. All of his actions, they knew what he would do, and they planned for it. Generation Loss is a tragedy, through and through. It's hidden with jokes, but underneath them is the story of people trapped by the world of entertainment, grasping for the light at the end of the tunnel, only to find that the light wasn't real. When I sat at my computer watching the credits roll, all I could say was, "Oh my God." No other words could escape my mouth. I had no words that could describe the wave of emotions I had. Generation Loss is a show that has affected me more deeply than anything else. The show itself affected me, but also the fact that it was even a thing made me want to tear up. The fact that Ranboo and the rest of the team could make something like this is one of the most inspiring things to me. As a fellow content creator and writer who wants to make my stories come to life, Ranboo is one of my biggest inspirations. The fact that they could do this gives me a slight bit of hope that maybe I can too. If I could make something that even half impacted people the way Generation Loss impacted me, it would be an absolute dream. So, from me and the rest of the Gen Losers, thank you. All the actors, producers, editors, set designers, and builders, costume designers, lighting designers, technicians, all of you, thank you. And specifically, a thank you from me for giving me hope that maybe one day I could do something this cool. Oh yeah, and don't think I forgot about how at the beginning I told you to remember the name The Lost Field Incident. Well, that's not the last we're gonna hear that name, I think. This is only the beginning. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe and like the video so I know if y'all want more video essays like this where I basically just rant about things I like. This is your Space Captain, signing off to the graveyard. Bah! Why did I word this word so wordily? Fuck! Restart the whole line. Bah!